This is an extremely important day in the history of our country and of the free world. They're all watching, waiting to see what we would do. When Putin escalated his war against Ukraine, I told our colleagues that allies and adversaries alike would pay very close attention to America's response. When Iran-backed terrorists invaded the Jewish state on October 7th to slaughter innocent Israelis, I warned that the world would watch closely for signs that American leadership was actually weakening. For months, our friends have watched to see whether America still had the strength that won the Cold War or the resolve that has underpinned peace and prosperity literally for decades. Our enemies have tested whether the arsenal of democracy is, in fact, built to endure. Well, tonight, the Senate will send a clear message. History will record that even as allies and partners may have worried about the depth of our resolve, even as Moscow, Beijing, and Tehran grew more convinced that our influence had run its course, and even as loud voices here at home insisted on abandoning the responsibilities of leadership, America stepped up and the Senate held firm. It's time to reaffirm some basic truths. Alliances matter. Foreign nations' respect for American interests depends on our willingness to defend them. And the peace, prosperity, and security are not accidents. They're products of American leadership and American sacrifice. So the votes we're about to cast will be among the most consequential. But the difficult work of restoring and sustaining hard power, defense, industrial capacity, and global influence must continue beyond this supplemental. So I'll just say to my colleagues, we can wish for a world where the responsibilities of leadership don't fall on us, or we can act like we understand that they do. Tonight, as at so many moments in our history, idle calls for America to lower its guard ring hollow. None of us is absolved of our duty to see the world as it actually is. None of us is excused from our obligation to equip the United States to face down those who wish us harm. I've said it before, history settles every account. And I welcome the eyes of posterity on what the Senate does tonight.
Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Finally, tonight, after more than 6 months of hard work and many twists and turns in the road, America sends a message to the entire world. We will not turn our back on you. Tonight, we tell our allies, we stand with you. We tell our adversaries, don't mess with us. We tell the world, the United States will do everything to safeguard democracy and our way of life. This bill is one of the most consequential measures Congress has passed in years to protect America's security and the future, the very future, of Western democracy. And after overcoming a lot of opposition, tonight Congress finishes the job. To our friends in Ukraine, to our friends in Israel, to our friends in the Indo-Pacific, and to innocent civilians caught in the midst of a war from Gaza to Sudan, America hears you. We will be there for you. And to the whole world, rest assured, America will never shrink from its responsibilities as a leader on the world stage. Tonight, we make Vladimir Putin regret the day he questioned American resolve. I thank President Biden for his unflinching leadership. I thank Speaker Johnson and Leader Jeffries for working together valiantly to pass this bill. I thank Chair Murray, Vice Chair Collins for their excellent work. And I particularly want to thank my caucus for standing firm. We were always united. You gave us strength to get this job done. I salute you. And particularly, I want to thank Leader McConnell. We worked on this bill arm in arm together, shoulder to shoulder. Without that kind of strong, bipartisan leadership, this difficult bill would never have passed. We now come to the end of a long, difficult, and Herculean effort. Our allies around the world have been watching Congress for the last 6 months and wondering the same thing. When it matters most, will America summon the strength to come together, overcome the centrifugal pull of partisanship, and meet the magnitude of this moment? Tonight, under the watchful eye of history, the Senate answers this question with a thunderous and resounding yes. Now for a little more good news. The Senate, for the information of senators, the Senate will not be in session Monday, April 29th. The next roll call vote will be at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, April 30th. Mr. President, I ask consent that all post-cloture time be deemed expired.
Is there objection?
I ask
Without
consent.
objection.
I ask consent that the pending motion to concur with Amendment 1842 be withdrawn.
Is there objection? Without objection. The question occurs on the motion to concur. The yeas and nays were previously ordered. The clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin. You're good.